All right, Shalom. I want to start this lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Werkah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Wa Barakathon, and to the hopeful elect. All right, now today through the Spirit, we're going to go into a video entitled, Can Other Nations Make It? You see, now first off, you got to understand what making it is. Making it is going to be you being delivered from the great tribulation that's going to be on the planet Earth, around the four corners of the world. You see, all types of war, all types of famines, all types of strange apparitions, mainly in Babylon the Great America, but guess what? These other places are going to be affected too. So being delivered from all those things, that's what salvation is. First off. But those who be delivered are going to inherit the kingdom the first go round. Kingdom goes into the word meaning dominion. All right, that's why the scripture say, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever. Who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites. All right. You go to Psalms, the 50th chapter. You go to Deuteronomy. It's all the scriptures that quote and tell you who the saints are. The saints are the Israelites. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, they descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, and they are the saints. So when it's talking about the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, that's talking about them taking the dominion from this last empire that we're in right now, this last kingdom, which is this revised Romanian Empire, which comes in the form of NATO and the EU. The NATO means North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Then you have EU, which is the European Union. You see? Now, back then, the Roman Empire had its heads, and also it had the vassal states. You know, they gave power and submitted to it. All right? And now it's been revised, which is in the form of NATO and the EU. And this is that last beast, that last kingdom ruling. Because when it speaks on those beasts in Daniel, I believe it's like when you go into Daniel 15 or somewhere in there, it tells you that those beasts are likened unto kingdoms or dominions. So when the scriptures speak on, you know, the dominion being taken away and given to somebody else, that's speaking about, you know, the Israelites coming back into power. That's why you have precepts like 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. You see, because that new world, that new age is going to be the age of Israel, the sons of God ruling. You see, under Yahweh Shai. That's why when you read scriptures like Revelation chapter 11, it deals with how the destruction is going to happen. And in the midst of the destruction, it's going to say, come up hither. That's Revelation 11 and 12. Because like during that war, when the Lord makes war with that lamb, it's going to be great destruction. All right? In the midst of the Lord coming back, and you know, before he's gonna deliver a remnant of his people, and they're gonna get beamed up into a chariot, and they're not gonna be destroyed with this kingdom, which is Babylon the Great, being America. And also, you know, the ones that are scattered amongst these different nations. You have Israelites that may look and speak like the other nations, but they'll be drawn into this gospel, this good news. Now, what is the gospel? What is the good news? The kingdom being established. The kingdom of God. But wait a minute. When you read Obadiah, the 1st chapter, it says, many saviors shall come and judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh Bashem Shai's. So when you deal with that kingdom of the Lord being set up, Esau is the last one that will reign before it. You see? So Esau would have to rule again before the Lord would set up his kingdom. Because guess what? We understand that the Lord's kingdom is an everlasting, eternal kingdom. All right, you read about that in the book of Psalms. Daniel 7 says that he possess the kingdom forever and ever. You read about that in Revelation 11 when you read on down. The kingdom shall be Yahweh Shai's. All right? And when Yahweh Shai rules, it's going to be everlasting, eternal. It's not going to end. All right? So when people try and speak about all this nonsense about other nations making it, well, these other nations, they had a chance, they possessed dominion at a point in time. But the dominion of the Israelites is going to be the dominion of the Israelites. Because when you have a king, you have people that you rule over as the king. All right? You see? So as a king, you have to have, so a king's domain, you have to rule your domain. You have to have subjects. A king can't just be by himself. If you're by yourself, you're not no king. A king rules over other subjects. You see, he has a domain that he reigns over. All right? So when the Lord sets up the kingdom, he's going to put Yahweh, it's going to be the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. He's going to subject all these other nations, these other kingdoms. You see? And also the new covenant is going to be set up. Now, when you read Romans 9 and 4, it says, who are Israelites who pertain to the adoption, the covenants, the first and the second covenant. It said it with an S purposely. Paul stated it with an S purposely because what? The first covenant and the new covenant is only dealing with the nation of Israel, the Israelites. You see? It's only dealing with the Lord's people, not all these other nations. Okay? So it can't be no, it's not going to be no kingdom where it's multiple people ruling. That's impossible. Only one nation can have dominion, and the other ones are the subjects. So when the Lord sets up the kingdom, he's going to bring that second covenant. Because the first covenant, you can read Leviticus 26:46. These are laws, statutes, and commandments that Moses gave to the children of Israel upon Mount Sinai. That was with the nation of Israel. It wasn't with these other nations. So the second covenant is the same way. It speaks on how he's going to give his people a new heart and a new mind. He's going to gather us from all the places where he has scattered us and give us a new heart. That's Ezekiel 36. You read Jeremiah 23. So on and so forth. All right. That's talking about the Lord bringing forth that new covenant. The first covenant already happened. The second covenant is going to be when Yahweh Shai returns and changes his elect, and he's going to rebuild the house of David. The house of David contains all the tribes of Israel. You see? The house of David contains all the tribes of Israel, not part of them. Because when you deal with people trying to say that that already came to pass, no, it did not. Because it says, like read Amos 9 and 11, it says, I will rebuild the tabernacles of David. The tabernacles of David didn't get rebuilt. The northern and southern kingdom got scattered. The northern kingdom went into the Assyrians. You know, you read the kings like Sennacherib, Shalmaneser. Then the southern kingdom went into the Babylonian captivity. You had kings like Nebuchadnezzar, and then they went on 4 captivities. So they went with the captivity of Babylon. Then they went into the Medo-Persian captivity, then the Grecian captivity, and then the Roman captivity. You see? So the northern and southern kingdom have not been, the house of David has not been built up again yet. All right? And then on top of that, where the scripture where it says, it shall, basically, though my people be as the sand of the sea, shall come to pass, or the place where it said, you're not my people, ye shall be called the children of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. That's going to be established when, and now, you see? Because guess what? Back then, we knew we were Israelites. In the Babylonian captivity, in the Medo-Persian captivity. In all those captivities, we knew we was Israelites. But on this captivity, when we're in spiritual Egypt, you see, Babylon the Great, the northern and southern kingdom were oppressed in Babylon together. At least that's somewhere in Jeremiah 50. You see, Judah and Israel oppressed together. We didn't know we were Israelites, but the Lord had it prophesied that great awakening would happen. You see? So that's going to be established. That new house of David being built up, that's happening now. You see? And that's going to be how the kingdom is going to be built upon. We shall, they shall have the house of David, shall establish him as he shall be their king, he shall reign over them. That's in Ezekiel 37. You see? So that's how the kingdom is going to be set up. Other nations have no part in that. And then you already know the main scriptures, like, it's all throughout the Bible. The Lord has a special people that he made above all the rest. That's Deuteronomy 7:6. You are a special people. You see? You read scriptures like in Isaiah, the 40th chapter. Lord liken nations at the spit. You read 2nd Ezra 6 and 56. You see? The Lord doesn't give a damn about no heathen nations. That's why in Revelation, the 11th chapter, it speaks on how the courts of the Gentiles have nothing to do with the courts of Israel. They're not belonging into the, the Lord ain't dealing with them. You see? So can other nations make it? Hell no. Because a part of making it is you're going to be brought into the new covenant. You got to get a new body. Because we're in this body, we're subjected to sin. You read Hebrews 8, it speaks on how it's going to be a new covenant with the Lord and the nation of Israel. Because the first one, finding fault with us, it didn't work out. But the new one, he's going to give us a new heart, a new mind. That's only for the nation of Israel. So other nations are not, no, they cannot make it. And that's just the way it is. You see? Other nations are not a part of the first covenant, and they're not going to be a part of the second covenant. The Lord is not dealing with them. Simple as that. And you can go on and on and on with precepts on that. But I just want to bring a little different perspective of it. Can other nations make it? No. That's why it speaks on how Yahushua said, she shall bring forth the son. This it'll speak this account of Matthew 1 and verse 21. She shall bring forth the son, thou shalt call his name Yahushua. That's how you say Jesus in the Hebrew, Yahushua. And he shall save his people, possessive, his people. Okay, you read scriptures like Acts the 5th chapter. He shall bring repentance to Israel. These Acts like 5 and 29. And you read down. And so on and so forth. You can go all throughout the scriptures. It's going to prove that the Lord's only dealing with his people. That's why you have Revelation the 7th chapter. That's talking about Israelites. If starting with the 144,000, the governing body, then you're going to have the rest of the elect. You're going to have the governing body's families, their children, the friends of the prophets. They're going to be getting delivered as well. You see? So can other nations make it? Heck no. They're not a part of the second covenant. They weren't a part of the first one. Multiple kingdoms can't go at once. When there's one dominion, the others are the subjects. And that's just the way the Lord made stuff happen. If you got a problem with that, it is what it is. You got a problem with the Lord. That's how the Lord set things up. Only one nation has the dominion. You see? You see, but that's the point I want to touch into. Kingdom means dominion. Only one nation is going to have dominion. That's going to be the nation of Israel in the kingdom. Not all these other nations. So guess what? No, the Lord is not going to save the other nations. Because why would he? He's not going to establish the kingdom with them. They're going to be our subjects in the kingdom. The Lord going to have them being our subjects in the kingdom. That's what they're for. Okay? So that's what I want to touch into real quick. I brought this eye. This lesson was edifying. I like to end it off by saying, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakak Wadash, double earns to the apostles and elders, great millstone, room sees well, Shalom.